Crusader Industries C1 Spirit. When it comes to a daily driver in Star Citizen, we want a ship that can do it all, from dogfighting, cargo runs, exploration, and beyond. Let's dive in and see how the C1 handles day-to-day activities. If you're anything like me, Crusader Industries has already won over your heart with style points alone. The C1 Spirit is the competitor to ships such as the Cutlass Black and the Freelancer. To compare them briefly, the C1 has a larger footprint by a wide margin, about 10 meters longer and nearly 15 meters wider than either competitor. In terms of components, the C1 still can't measure up. All three ships use size 2 components, the C1 having one of each, a power plant, a cooler, and a shield. The Cutlass has an additional cooler, and the Freelancer has an additional cooler and shield. In terms of armament, however, the C1 comes in behind again. The C1's default loadout comes with 4 size 3 laser cannons, 2 of which are fixed to the wings, and the remaining 2 are gimbaled underneath of the cockpit. The Cutlass Black comes with 4 gimbaled size 2 weapons, which is less power than the C1, but you are able to replace the gimbals and upgrade all hardpoints to a size 3. That would make these ships equal in terms of firepower. If you're luckier than me and have friends, the Cutlass even has a manned turret that would add 2 additional size 3 laser repeaters. When compared to the Freelancer, the pilot-controlled weapons are almost identical, at least until you realize the Freelancer's weapons are all gimbaled by default, making it easier for newer pilots to keep their cannons on target. The Freelancer also has a manned turret, adding an additional 2 size 2 laser repeaters. You must be thinking, maybe the C1 makes up for it all with an array of missiles? The Spirit comes with 4 size 3 missiles. That's only half of what the Freelancer and Cutlass Black come equipped with. The Cutty even rocks an additional 8 size 2 missiles. At least with speed and maneuverability, the C1 has to come out on top, right? No. I believe these 3 ships fall into what I would call the gold zone. They all fly fast enough to not feel slow. Their pitch, yaw, and roll speeds are all high enough to make them feel nimble. The C1 matches the Freelancer with SCM speeds and even has a slightly faster max speed. The Cutlass Black, however, blows past it in both. If Urkel's website is to be trusted, the C1 even has the lowest pitch, yaw, and roll speeds, making it the least maneuverable ship of the 3. The Spirit does at least have a tractor beam over its Freelancer counterpart, but so does the Cutlass Black. The C1 does at least stomp the Cutlass with storage, 64 SCU to the Cutlass's 46, but the Freelancer still wins by a margin at 66 SCU. There's plenty of room for arguments about Star Citizen and balance. CIG has announced that all ships are to have their components changed at some time in the future. Seeing as all these ships are live now, I imagine the scale between them will remain regardless of the changes. All that said, why daily driver a C1 Spirit over any other ship? I can think of 2 reasons, first of which being style. Yeah, I might not be able to land well at an outpost because it's not flat and I have a wider footprint, but at least I look cool doing it. Crusader Industries have always made some of the most attractive ships in my opinion, and I think the Spirit succeeds heavily at that. Clean and streamlined. 2 large wings that can fold upwards, allowing for vertical takeoff and landing. Yeah, other ships can utilize VTOL technology, but not quite like the Spirit. Large main thrusters that take up half of the rear of the ship. Attention to detail is part of the Crusader ship design. Crusader's early days taught them that to do something meant to do it right, and that design language translates to their ships. No MFDs unbolted laying on the floor in these ships. The second reason relates to Crusader's early days. Faith. Crusader Industries grew out of the ashes of Seraphim Systems. For those who don't know, the founder of Crusader purchased a shuttle manufacturer who had exquisite attention to detail, Seraphim Systems, who stood by helping others and their charity work. In turn, Crusader Industries follows in their footsteps. In the trailer for the A1 Spirit, you see ships by Crusader stopping a bandit attack on a pyro colony. That's the Crusader Spirit. You're not just buying a ship, you're buying what it stands for. Its attention to detail, its intangible need to help others, its sense of freedom and do right. Or you bought it for style. No matter how you cut it, the C1 spirit falls behind in almost every category except faith. And I have faith that many C1 spirits will be finding their way to bunkers, taking down low to medium risk bounties, running cargo, and showing up to defend Orison when the Ninetales attack. The C1 may be worst in class when it comes to pure stats, but it's first in class in spirit. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more Star Citizen content. If you're just getting into Star Citizen, feel free to use my referral code down below or use a friend's code. Just don't miss out on that sweet Alpha UEC. Gray Fox, going dark.